Hi, and welcome to Healing Girl Diaries. I'm Jade, and I'm on a mission to help girls heal from within so that they can live with more peace, freedom, and alignment with their true selves. This podcast is all about teaching you how to actually heal through education, personal stories, and lots of practical tools. In today's episode, we're starting right at the beginning with what healing really means, why it matters, and how you can begin your very own healing journey today. I'll be sharing a bit about my own healing journey and give you some practical small steps you can take to start healing today. So let's get into it. I want to start off by talking with what actually is healing. We hear this word a lot, but what does it really mean? So it's really about feeling more at peace in your mind, your body, and your life. It's about breaking free from fear and those mental limitations so that you can actually become your best self and create a life of your dreams. It's not about being this perfect version. It's about growing, understanding yourself, and making life just feel that bit lighter. On a practical level, a healing journey is about the tools and the habits that you turn to help you to think better, have better thoughts, and make healthier and happier choices for yourself. So just to give you a small example of what a healing journey might look like in your everyday life is, say you're talking to a friend and they upset you. So instead of lashing out and reacting from a place of heightened emotion, which actually might make the situation worse or ruin the friendship, you decide to feel your feelings in a healthy way and then go and communicate calmly with your friend to resolve the situation. Or you go away and you journal to realize what it was that triggered you and recognize that this came from a memory from your childhood. And you use other tools to heal this memory so that it no longer affects your present reality. And this is just one example of what healing may look like in your everyday life, because honestly, this healing journey can help you with every single aspect of your life. I'm really not exaggerating. And if you're thinking, well, what tools and how can I do any of this? Well, that's exactly why I created this podcast and what this podcast will teach you. And maybe you're still skeptical. Maybe you're still not convinced. Maybe you think healing is for other people, but it's not for you. Well, I'm going to give you now some universal reasons why this healing journey is for everyone and everyone needs to heal. So the world we live in is not always a peaceful place. People are lost. People are burnt out. We compare ourselves to others. We judge others, and everyone is constantly divided. So this creates dysregulated nervous systems, which means we view the world from a place of survival rather than being able to thrive and actually enjoy our lives. And in general, this is contributed to by a society that we live in that does not promote empowerment, being our higher selves, and actually having self-worth. So unless we actively seek out healing, we will not be able to reach our full potential and create that dream life of ours. And one of the biggest reasons why everybody needs to heal is that most of our parents and our caregivers, they weren't taught how to be parents. So they did not know how to regulate their own emotions and then teach us. They ended up projecting their own limiting beliefs and fears onto us. So all of us are going to have some subconscious programming that is actually holding us back in life. So whether you had a chaotic childhood or a fairly normal one, I guarantee you that there are things that need healing. And of course, some of us have been through serious trauma and struggle with our mental health. So this is why healing is actually applicable to every single person. You don't have to be going through a bad time in order to heal. You might be, and that's okay too. But saying that you're healing or on a healing journey does not mean that there is something or anything wrong with you. You are not broken. You're not a victim. You're simply learning tools and techniques to help you navigate life and create more peace and freedom for yourself. Now that you know why this healing journey is applicable to everyone, let's talk through 5 key benefits you're going to get from healing. So number 1, you will stop repeating the same patterns that hurt you or hold you back. So I'm talking no self-sabotage, pushing people away, procrastination, all this toxic relationships, people pleasing, not going after your dreams, just to name a few. I'm going to teach you how to rewire your brain to break free out of all of these cycles so that you can actually let go of your past and become your best self. And number 2, you will feel more in control of your emotions. So you're going to feel more balanced and you're going to become more self-reliant, that you don't have to depend on others or distractions or substances to feel okay. Number 3, you will let go of all those mental health struggles like anxiety, depression, low self-worth, overthinking. And this doesn't mean that you'll never feel sad again, but it does mean that when you are in these states, you know exactly what to do to get yourself out of them and feel better. You will feel more powerful, more peaceful, and free. And the reason that we do experience these mental health struggles is because many of us are stuck in survival mode, which is the fight, flight, and freeze response. On your healing journey, you're going to learn exactly how to get out of this survival mode. And the 4th key benefit of healing is that you will reconnect with your inner essence and the you before the world told you who to be. So as women, we are so powerful, but society has dimmed our light and disconnected us from our intuition and our feminine energy, which literally gives you superpowers to navigate this life. On your healing journey, we're going to reconnect back to these powers and change your life for the better. And lastly, the 5th benefit of healing is that you're going to feel so much happier and you're going to start creating your dream life. I'm talking dream job, dream partner, dream friends, more money, more joy, and actually loving yourself and waking up every day excited to live your life. And honestly, who wouldn't want that? Also, I want to point out that healing is a journey, not a destination. It's not a quick fix or a one-time thing. It's a lifelong journey, but it does get easier and more beautiful as you go. I like to think of it as a lifestyle. So the habits, those tools and boundaries you build every single day. You're going to have ups and downs. It's all part of the process. But the more you heal, the more the real you become. That aligned, happy and free version of yourself. It's honestly so worth it. So before we dive into the tools and tips and how to get started, I wanted to share my own story and how I got started on my healing journey. So I've been on this journey for about 6 years now. And honestly, it's changed my life. I do not even recognize the person I was before this. It's brought me so much fulfillment and genuine peace. So during my teenage years, I really struggled with my mental health. I lived in a constant state of anxiety. Like my body was always on edge, stuck in that fight or flight mode. My chest would feel tight, my thoughts were racing, and I never felt truly safe or settled. And back then, I didn't even know about mental health or what it was and that I was experiencing anxiety and depression. I just knew I wasn't okay. But unfortunately, I didn't feel comfortable to talk to anyone about this. I never felt truly connected or safe with any friends or family, so I kept it all to myself. I probably appeared fine to other people, but internally, I was a mess and I felt so low and so alone. I had so much social anxiety. I hated my appearance. I felt so uncomfortable in social events. Even leaving my house just to go to the shops brought me so much anxiety. I really felt like I didn't belong. And on the outside, I was a control freak. I tried to control everything around me, all my plans, my emotions, the people in my life. And I had a lot of unprocessed anger, especially towards my parents and my family. I didn't know how to express it or where it was coming from. And like I said, to others, I probably seemed fine, but deep down, I was insecure. I didn't value myself. My self-worth was non-existent, and I kept attracting people who reflected that back to me. I'd get so easily triggered, take things so personally, and constantly felt like I wasn't good enough and that I didn't matter. And I know this is not a unique experience. I know a lot of people out there feel like this to some extent. So if you can relate to any part of this, then this podcast will definitely help you and you do not have to feel like this forever. There is a way out. I'm living proof of that. So for me, somewhere deep inside, I knew this could not be it. I knew there had to be more to life than this. Life wasn't supposed to feel this hard all the time. And there was always a small part of me that had hope that things would change and get better. The turning point came for me when I was 18 years old in the summer before I started university. I had what I would call a spiritual awakening. So I started connecting with the universe, asking for guidance, and slowly I shifted my perspective from blaming the outside world to looking within. I learned that focusing on my internal world, my mindset, my nervous system, my emotions actually allowed me to feel better, and my external reality improved as a byproduct. From then, I started educating myself, reading books, listening to podcasts, experimenting with different tools and different habits, learning everything I could about trauma, the nervous system, inner child healing, belief systems, somatic tools, all of it. And I realized so many of the things that I was struggling with, they weren't random. They came from my past, from my childhood, from unprocessed emotions, from things I'd normalized. And I learned that I could rewire my mind, that I wasn't stuck with the identity that I'd built out of pain. I stopped running away from my feelings and I started facing them instead. And most importantly, I started to understand why I was the way I was. That clarity gave me so much self compassion. And from there, I learned ways to become the version of me that I always wanted to be. And over time, over these 6 years, I've healed so many layers. I no longer wake up with chronic anxiety. I'm surrounded by beautiful, healthy relationships, and I'm so close with my parents, which I never thought was possible. I've done things that used to terrify me. I've solo traveled, hosted events, public speaking, posted vulnerable things on social media, things that felt so impossible to me back then, and now it's part of my everyday reality. And I stopped controlling life and I manifested amazing opportunities, relationships, and experiences that are all part of my dream life, and this is still ongoing. But the truth is, the external stuff is amazing, yes, but the internal shifts are what I treasure the most. The biggest gift of healing has been freedom. I no longer feel trapped in my life or my mind. I've made peace with all parts of myself and made peace with uncertainty. So what's happening around me no longer affects how I feel within. And that sense of peace, freedom, and safety in my mind, body, and soul, honestly, is priceless. And it's the thing I value most in this world. I've reached a place where I know no matter what happens to me, I've got me. Anything can happen to me, and I know I've got the tools to deal with it and be okay. The power is within me now. And knowing how much I've benefited from this, I really want to share what I've learned and help other girls on their healing journey, because I know this will change lives. And I've had to figure out a lot of this on my own. No one handed me a guide on how to heal, so that's exactly what I want to provide for you. I want to make healing feel simple and easy to understand, especially for girls who are just starting out and have no background in this. Because honestly, you deserve to feel peace, you deserve to feel free, and you deserve to show up every day as the highest version of yourself. And to be completely transparent, I'm still very much on my journey. By no means am I an expert or perfect or finished product, but I have come a long way and I just want to share what's helped me and hopefully it can help you. My hope is that by sharing what I've learned, it makes your path a little bit easier and we can walk our healing journeys together. And who knows, maybe if more of us start healing, it will shift the way society sees this work and make healing feel a little bit more normal and mainstream as it should be. Now, just to give you a little overview of the healing journey and what you can be expecting to learn about on this podcast, I'll be focusing on 6 main pillars. And please don't worry if all of these words sound completely new to you. I'll break each one down in future episodes. So the first pillar is awareness. This is all about becoming conscious of your patterns and the triggers and the way you've been operating. The second one is nervous system regulation. So this is about learning how to calm your body, get out of that survival mode, and help you to feel safe. The third one is about rewiring the subconscious mind, so shifting the limiting beliefs that are actually dictating your life. The fourth is emotional regulation, so this is all about feeling your emotions without being controlled by them. The fifth one is all about reparenting your inner child, so giving yourself the love, safety, and validation that you didn't get growing up. And the last pillar is spiritual connection. So developing a relationship with the universe, or whatever you want to call it, your intuition, and something bigger than you. And these might sound a little bit out there if you're new to this, and that's okay. This podcast will guide you through each one in a way that's easy to understand and apply to your life. And you don't have to wait to get started on your healing journey. Now I'm going to give you some small steps and practical actions that you can take to start healing. So the first tool I'm going to give you is something called hand-on heart breathing. It's so simple. Next time you're feeling triggered, anxious, overwhelmed, or whatever, I want you to put your left hand onto your heart and your right hand onto your stomach, and then breathe in and out through your nose. As you breathe in, expand your stomach and push it out. And then as you breathe out, relax your body and feel your stomach deflate. And then in your head, when you're breathing in, count to 4. And then as you're breathing out, count to 8. It's really important that your exhale is double your inhale. And you can repeat this like 3 to 5 times and more if you need to. And what this does is activate your parasympathetic nervous system, which basically means it helps you to feel calmer and more centered. This tool is so simple, it's such a simple breathing technique, but it will start to create new patterns in your body and help you feel more regulated. And we'll dive much deeper into nervous system regulation in future episodes. The second tool I'm going to give you is to ask the universe for help or for a sign. And this is going to help you start to build that spiritual connection that I talked about and access the help and support that's available to you. And this might be completely new and unknown, and you might feel a little bit weird, but if you're open to it, it could change your life as it did for mine. So if you're faced with a difficult situation, or you have to make a decision, or you just feel a little bit lost and you want some guidance, try saying something like, universe, please help me with this. Universe, show me the way. Please guide me, whatever. It can be as specific or as vague as you like. You really can't go wrong with this. And you can say it out loud or just in your head. There really isn't a specific way of communicating with the universe. You just need to ask for help in a way that feels right for you. And then just let it go and see what unfolds for you and what help comes your way, which could be in any form. It could be a person, opportunity, an idea, literally anything. Let the universe surprise you. And then if this feels a little bit too weird for you, maybe you could start a little bit more specific and ask the universe for a sign. So say you need to make a decision. Say you have option A and option B. You could say to the universe, if I should take option A, please show me a sunflower by the end of the day or the end of the week. And then if you see that sign, you will take option A. And if you don't do it, you will take option B. Or maybe if you just want to know that the universe is guiding you, you could also ask to show a sign. So say, universe, if you're guiding me, please show me a monkey. Your sign could literally be anything, but this might help you build that faith and trust that you are being guided and start your relationship with the universe. And hopefully you will see your sign. So remember that this higher power is always available to you and it can help you in any situation. I personally call it the universe, but you might refer to it as God, source, angels, your higher self, anything else that feels right to you. And developing a relationship with the universe has really helped me in so many ways and assisted me on my healing journey. And again, like I said, if this is completely new to you, just try it, stay open, and we will dive much deeper into spirituality and how it can help you in future episodes. So the third tool I'm going to give you is a mindset shift. So we've been brought up to look outward in our lives. Like if something is bothering us or not going our way, it must be because of something outside of us. Like it must be because of other people, our jobs, the government, family, financial situation, etc. But to really start healing, you need to start looking inwards rather than outwards, because our external world is a reflection of our internal world, which basically means that whatever is happening outside of us is a reflection of what's going on inside of us. So things like our mindset, our thoughts, our beliefs, our nervous system, our emotions. So if we can start working on these internal things, we will see a positive change in our external world without having to actually do anything or control the circumstances. So I'm literally telling you that if you work on your internal world, you will start creating your dream life. You will create a better external reality for yourself. You're gonna have healthier and more loving relationships. You're gonna get your dream job. You're gonna have more money. You're gonna have better friendships and so much more. So this idea of focusing inwards rather than outwards might seem very strange to you. Maybe it's normal, maybe it clicks straight away, but if it is completely new to you, it can take a little bit of time to get your head around. So I'm just asking you to remain open to this and consider that it could be true. So it might feel weird because you have been taught your whole life to think the opposite. But stay open with me and I'm going to help you work on your internal world through this podcast. So the next tool I'm going to give you is called somatic shaking. And you can use this in times similar to the breathing technique when you're maybe overwhelmed, have heightened emotions, being anxious or triggered. And this is really useful because your body is storing all of that pent up energy inside and it needs to get it out. So we need some movement to help release it. So I want you to shake your arms, your legs, your whole body for 30 seconds or more and make this a really intense movement to release all of that energy. It will look silly, it will feel silly, and again, there's no right way to do this. Just move in a way that feels satisfying to you and do it for as long as you need to feel better. It really helps your nervous system complete the stress cycle and bring you back into balance. So notice how you feel after doing this. And somatic work, somatic shaking is a key part of this healing journey. And obviously, we'll be talking lots more about somatic work in future episodes. So the next tool I'm going to give you is all about naming your emotions. So next time you're feeling any kind of emotion, I want you to name it. Literally say out loud, I feel anxious, I feel sad, I feel angry, I feel happy. It sounds so simple and so weird, but It will help you to develop more awareness of what you are truly feeling and connect back to your emotions rather than shutting them off. Because if we don't know what we are feeling, then how can we regulate it? How can we feel better? So you could even make this a part of your routine, like checking in every morning or every night, asking yourself, how do I feel right now? Becoming aware of where you're at is so important, and it will help you get started on this healing journey. The next tool is all about affirmations. I want you to create a healing affirmation. So for those of you that don't know what an affirmation is a positive statement about yourself or your reality designed to rewire limiting beliefs. So to start and be open to this healing journey, you could say an affirmation to yourself every day, like, I am open to healing, I deserve to feel peace, I deserve to feel free in my mind, body, and spirit. Healing is possible for me. These are just a few examples. But try to say this affirmation maybe in the mirror every single morning. You can also write it down in your journal or set it as your phone wallpaper. And this will help to create new pathways in your mind and get your brain primed and ready to start your healing journey and believe that you really can heal. Just get you more normalized to healing and starting this journey. And the last tool I'm going to give you is to just do something just for you. So I want you to choose one thing this week to do just for yourself. And this could be 5 minutes or 1 hour, a whole day. It could be something to make your inner child happy, like doing your favorite hobby or treating yourself to a dessert. You could buy yourself flowers or set time aside to watch your favorite show or have a self-care night. It could be absolutely anything, but whatever makes you happy and means something to you. And this is just going to help you create the habit of prioritizing yourself and committing to this healing journey of putting your peace and your happiness first. So those are 7 tools or tips you can use to start your healing journey today. I just want you to start small and try to do one of these things. Then if you feel up to it, you could maybe try another. Healing really doesn't have to be this big, complex thing. By doing one of these small steps, you're already on your healing journey. So thank you so much for listening to the very first episode of Healing Girl Diaries. I hope you're feeling really inspired to start your healing journey, because honestly, just one small shift today can really change everything over time. So make that choice and commitment to yourself that you're going to heal, even if you don't have all of the answers yet. And if this episode resonated with you, I'd love for you to share it with another girl in your lives so that we can all go on our healing journeys together. New episodes will drop every single week. I've got so much that I want to share with you, so please subscribe or follow. It means so much to me. And until next time, I'm sending you so much love and healing.